Good morning, and thank you for coming today. I'm Craig Blewett, Director of Mountain Metro Transit with the City of Colorado Springs. We have a very important announcement this morning about a program to manage traffic through the I-25 gap construction project between Colorado Springs and Denver. The program offers incentivized travel options for citizens who travel between Colorado Springs and Denver. And those options are convenient and less stressful than driving alone in that stretch of I-25. We have several speakers today who will unveil the Travel Demand Management Program and what it all entails. And we'll be happy to answer any of your questions after the last speaker. So first, it's my pleasure to introduce the first speaker, and that is David Crutsinger. David is the Director of Division of Transit and Rail with the Colorado Department of Transportation.
Thank you, Craig, and good morning. I'm David Crutsinger, Director of CDOT's Division of Transit and Rail. With the I-25 South Gap project now underway and expanding to an 18-mile-long work zone this summer, it'll be the longest work zone in the state. The Gap project is constructing a third lane in each direction between Monument and Castle Rock. And with that construction, you'll have narrower lanes and a reduced speed limit and congestion, especially during the commute hours. We're here today to let people know that there are other ways to travel between Colorado Springs and Denver other than just your personal vehicle. There are choices, and along with our regular bus staying service to Denver Union Station, we'll also offer a round trip to the Denver Tech Center for just $9 each way. We're encouraging people to consider getting out of their personal vehicles and maximize their commute times by leaving the driving to others, and in turn, giving people back their time to work, to read, or just rest between Colorado Springs and the Denver Tech Center. This partnership with I-25 MyWay is very important to CDOT since it works to enhance our goals of moving more people up and down the corridor with fewer vehicles and reducing vehicle miles traveled. And while I'm here representing CDOT and our bus staying service, I want to encourage people to explore all the options to try a different commute. Visit i25myway.org to learn more about bus staying, van pools, and carpool options, including some really great incentives to give those options a try. It helps increase safety when you have fewer vehicles on the road, especially through a construction zone. Reducing congestion also helps our environment along the Front Range with fewer tailpipes emitting exhaust. In the long run, it can also save you money by reducing wear and tear on your personal vehicle. The I-25 Gap project continues for about 3 more years. So we're encouraging people to give bus staying a try if you work in the Tech Center, and we'll even provide you free tickets to see if it enhances your commute. So thank you. I'm really appreciative of the partnerships that we have here. I'd like to now introduce Colorado Springs Council Member Jill Gabler.
Good morning, and thank you, Mr. Crutsinger, for the work CDOT is doing throughout the state, but especially along our Front Range corridor between Colorado Springs and Denver. It's no secret that the state is growing, especially along the Front Range, and not only in population, but also in economic growth. And it's that economic growth that's the driving force for us at all levels of government to continue to find multimodal connections and make that a top priority between our two cities. If you've driven I-25 through the Gap construction, especially any time around rush hour, then you know all too well how many people live on one side of the Gap and work on the other side of the Gap. Excuse me, and that it will be a slower commute time, I guess, for the next 3 years. Oh goodness, but we are very excited that Waze, Mountain Metro, and CDOT are partnering together to reduce congestion and your commute time. If you live in Colorado Springs, you can easily commute north by traveling downtown and catching bus staying. You can ride Mountain Metro to get downtown and then take bus staying to multiple drop-off locations in Denver. For about $20, you can ride round trip. It's cheaper than filling your gas and the wear and tear on our vehicles. Yes, we're all going to be speaking the same language today. Reducing congestion along I-25 and keeping our air cleaner. You can also use Mountain Metro's van pools, car pools, and along with reducing congestion, you can make new friends, which I think is really great, your little traveling friends, yes. Whether you ride bus staying, carpool, van pool, I encourage you to find smarter transportation options as you travel through the Front Range, and hopefully soon one of those options will be passenger rail, yes. Please do this for your personal health, our environment, and because even with 3 lanes of traffic on I-25 in 3 years, there will still be congestion, increased populations along I-25, and we will need to find more sustainable ways to get between our 2 cities. So thank you for being here today, and I would like to introduce Steve Lemshaw from Waze.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm Steve Lemshaw from Waze. I work for Waze Carpool in San Francisco. I cover the entire West Coast. But why am I here? The reason I'm here is because traffic. We've all been in sort of the experience where you're sitting in your car and you're looking around and it's heavy traffic and everyone else is driving by themselves. What if we took 10% of those cars and paired people up, took them off the road? What would that do for traffic? The answer is that it would have a pretty big impact. The answer really is that we're trying all sorts of different things between scooters and bike lanes and van pools and everything, and the problem only seems to be getting worse. They're expecting that by 2050 we're going to have 2 times as many cars on the road. So if we think it's bad now, imagine what that will be like. We believe that the solution is to take cars off the road, and we think that carpooling is a really great way to do that. But why Waze? Waze? Waze is a navigation app. It's an on-the-road community, people sharing information about where there's potholes, where the traffic is, where there's police officers, whatever it might be. And we think that the next sort of logical step here is to help, instead of navigating people around the traffic, which is what we do right now, we want to try and end traffic altogether. And we do that, again, by taking cars off the road. But carpooling is not new. Probably most people in this room have at some point carpooled in their lives, and your parents have carpooled, and your grandparents have carpooled. It's been around for a while, but this is hard. It's not easy to find a good carpooling match. People, have used Post-it notes in the past. They've put up Craigslist ads. They've knocked on doors. It's not easy. But now we have an app to solve this problem. Basically, what we're doing is as a user, you go in, you put in your work and your home address, as well as your commute times, and we do the hard work to find you a match along your route. We want to pair people up on common routes so that we can get people together as opposed to everyone driving by themselves. So we want to kickstart carpooling on the I-25 gap by partnering with MyWay and CDOT and Dr. Cog, and we're going to do that by offering $2 rides through the end of May. We think that's a really good starting point to get people to try this. What can you get with $2? Maybe a cup of coffee, maybe not a cup of coffee at this point. So to get started, what you're going to do is go to bit.ly/carpool25MyWay on your mobile device. That's going to send you to a landing page where you can decide whether you want to be a rider or a driver or both. You'll download the appropriate app and you're off on your way. With that, I'm going to bring back Craig Blewett.
Thank you, Steve. Mountain Metro Transit is truly excited to partner with CDOT and Dr. Cog, Denver Regional Council of Governments, and Waze Carpooling on the I-25 MyWay program. Mountain Metro Transit actively supports Bustang. We operate the park and rides in the downtown bus station where riders board Bustang for their trip up to Denver. And we also operate Metro Rides van pool and carpool programs that provide options for travel to Denver. Currently, Mountain Metro or Metro Rides van pool program has 25 van pools that are going for commuters going to work outside Colorado Springs. 17 of those van pools currently go through the gap. We've been gearing up, and we are now have available seating for an additional 70 passengers in our van pool program, traveling between Colorado Springs and Denver. People interested in joining the van pool should contact us, and we will do the work to match van poolers in terms of where they start and where they're headed in Denver, and the commute times for their travel. Along with Waze carpooling, we also offer a carpooling program here at Mountain Metro Transit, and people making trips to Denver can get online, provide their contact information, where they're going in Denver, and what time they're going, and whether they are a driver or they're looking for a ride. The matching program will provide contact information for other people making that same trip, so they can then make arrangements to carpool and save money. Both programs offer traveling options to citizens making this trip to and from Denver, and they help reduce the number of vehicles going through the gap. It will reduce congestion and shorten travel times during the construction project. People interested in Metro Ride's van pool and carpool programs should contact us at mmtransit.com or call us at 385-RIDE. As mentioned, through the I-25 MyWay program, each van pool will receive a $200 incentive the first month, and carpoolers will also be eligible for an incentive. They're great travel options that helps everyone driving the I-25 gap.